Welcome to another episode of Capital City News. I'm your host, Yusuf Mong, and this is your best way to stay informed and engage with Salt Lake City government. On this week's episode, we're taking a look at 300 West and 900 South, Edward Abbey, and a pop-up opportunity at the City and County building. But first, our look-backs, our look-aheads, and our legislative update. At the July 18th meeting, the Council continued discussing capital improvement projects being considered for funding as part of the fiscal year 2023-24 Capital Improvement Program. The Council will have a final discussion and public hearing August 8th and may vote on August 15th. The Council received a follow-up briefing on a revised zoning district for the former Fleet Block. The form-based Urban Neighborhood 3, FB-UN-3 zoning district would be a new zoning category in the city that could be applied to other areas in the city, such as ballpark and granary districts. The Council also welcomed the new District 7 Council member, Sarah Young, to her first full Council meeting since her appointment, and discussed a proposal to eliminate new drive-thrus as permitted use in the Sugar House Business District. Current drive-thrus would still be permitted, and a public hearing on this proposal will be held on August 8th. To learn more, please visit slc.gov/council. On Sunday, July 23rd, and Monday, July 24th, 2023, Salt Lake City Mayor Aaron Mendenhall hosted Matsumoto Japan Mayor Yoshinao Gaon and a delegation from Matsumoto to commemorate the 65th anniversary of our sister city relationship. This relationship began in 1958 and represents the first and oldest Salt Lake City sister city relationship. Both Salt Lake City and Matsumoto City, Nagano, also share Olympic sister city status. How do I feel about Phase 1 construction being done on 300 West and 900 South? Why, it's sublime. We're happy to report that Phase 1 of both 300 West and 900 South construction projects are complete. These projects were funded by the 2018 Funding Our Future bond and will actively improve the way people get around in Salt Lake City. In addition to replacing the aged and deteriorating roadway, the projects added new pedestrian and bike facilities for all ages and abilities on 300 West and extended the 9-line trail on 900 South. The better streets feature improved safety with new mid-block and narrowed crosswalks, more than 200 new planted trees, water-wise landscaping, improved drainage, improved transit access, and replacement or upgraded underground utilities. Construction on 900 South continues through the end of 2023 between 200 East and 700 East and 945 East. When complete, the 3-mile, 9-line trail will connect the 9th and 9th neighborhood and Liberty Park through Central 9th, the Poplar Grove neighborhood, and Jordan Park. It will provide new access for cyclists, pedestrians, and other non-motorized travel, while also adding trees, shade, and a sense of place throughout the area. For more information on this and other construction-related projects happening here in the city, stay tuned or check slc.gov/construction. Do you know someone who loves food? Is it you? Do you know me? Because it's me. In this week's interview, we talked to Chiara Poli with Community and Neighborhoods about a really cool restaurant pop-up opportunity here at City and County.
Yes, so this is the main floor of the City and County building. So it's been formerly a cafe space that's been leased out by a community member, and we kind of still want to keep that feel going with the historic vibe is the ultimate. Those two are kind of the ultimate goals. Pretty simple. So we're choosing kind of like a pop-up so that we can give the smaller local businesses the opportunity to come and see what it would be like to operate in the cafe. Ultimately, we need somebody in the space long-term, but right now we thought it would be a good chance to kind of try to see what would be a good fit. But we definitely want like an 8 to 5 operation, so kind of all day. That way, city employees and community can come and access this space, but also really good food all day. If you have an espresso machine, bring that, because we don't have one, but if we definitely want coffee, and that's me personally, really good coffee. So yeah, we really want this to be a community space. We want it to be somewhere that people know you can come into the City and County building, but also come get some really good food. So we right now are hoping to get with some local art groups. I don't know if you guys can see, we have some space to hang these little wires are to hang art, so we'd love to have even some rotating art. And so just community is the focus. Food brings community together, and really good food keeps the community, I think, coming back. So that's kind of what we're looking for. And we're not limiting what the space, like if somebody does yoga and wants to come in here and move the tables around and also serve great food, like we don't want to shut that down. So that's really why we're shooting for the proposal option, to kind of give people the opportunity to come in and make it their own, but invite the community as well. Yeah, the goal is to make it very low risk. So basically, if you're making $100 for the month, you only owe us $5. We want it to be something that's not going to really put strain on a small business and give them the opportunity to come and maybe extend their already operating business. We're excited to see ideas, we're excited to receive these proposals, we're excited to see what the space can flourish and grow into, and again, just inviting the community in to enjoy that space as well. So right now, we just got the applications out in the last few weeks. The deadline to get those in is August 14th at 4 p.m. A week from the 14th of August is when we want to have someone chosen. So if you'd like to apply, you can go onto our website. It's slc.gov/cafe, and all the details are there as well as far as what the application process looks like.
Edward Abbey once said that our culture runs on coffee and gasoline, but sometimes that the first often tastes like the second. Let's take a look at this week's History Minute.
I think we're morally justified to resort to whatever means are necessary in order to defend our land from destruction.
Edward Abbey was an important environmentalist and advocate for the wild places in the state of Utah. He spent several of his formative years working in the national parks of our state and saw firsthand its beauty. In his writing, in books like The Monkey Wrench Gang and Desert Solitaire, he spoke of the need to protect Utah's wild lands and places. His teachings and radical influence have sparked movements that long outlived him and helped protect some of the wild spaces of Utah over the years. In the world of environmental writing and thinking, he's as influential as Henry David Thoreau and John Muir. He passed away in 1989 at the age of 62. His spirit lives on in all those Utahns who work to protect our natural spaces from economic development and the encroachment of industry.
Climb those mountains, run those rivers, hike those canyons, explore those forests, and share in the beauty of wilderness, friendship, love, and the common effort to save what we love. Do this, and we'll be strong and bold and happy. We will outlive our enemies. And as my good old grandmother used to say, we'll live to piss on their graves. Thank you.
That's it for another episode of Capital City News. Remember, the best way to stay engaged is to stay informed. You can do that by following us on social media at SLC.gov, tuning in to Channel 17, or subscribing to us on YouTube. Reporting in from Ken Sanders Rare Books, I'm Knuff. Yusuf Malik.